Hello everybody, welcome to Crumbs and Doilies here in Soho, and welcome back to the Cupcake Jemma channel with me, Sally. But this week I've got Dane with me as well.
Well, hello.
Helping to hold the fort because I'm a little bit hot.
It's very hot today in the kitchen. We've been baking all day and yeah, we're a little bit loopy with the heat.
Yeah, it's kind of sweaty. We've got like a layer of kind of icing sugar sweat all over us, which is probably too much information for you guys. You've come for a recipe which we have got for you, and today we're going to be showing you a cookie recipe. It is one that you have been nagging us for the last few weeks, and it is of course Nutella stuffed cookies, one of our New York cookies that we released a few weeks back. A lot of you have probably come into the store and tried them, or maybe you ordered a box sent to your home and it is one of the cookies in there. We've also made it a bake at home kit as well, because heaps of you bought the Bueno one. They totally flew off the shelves and you have been loving it, and again asking for the Nutella one as well. So if you want to head over to CupcakeJemma.com and crumbsanddoilies.co.uk, you can grab yourself a bake at home kit as well, so you have basically everything you need, even down to the baking paper to bake them in the oven on it as well.
Pretty handy.
It is pretty handy. We've got you covered. So let's crack on with this recipe. Now, as usual with the fillings, we need to prepare that first.
Yes.
So we've got some Nutella in a bowl here. And ours has been, I mean, this stuff gets hot, right? And it, like I said, it is really hot here.
Yeah.
So things are melting. So what I've actually done, and what I'd recommend doing if you have your Nutella or the Biscoff or whatever filling you're doing, and it is really hot, pop it into a little bowl and whack it in the freezer just so it's solid enough to kind of scoop like so.
Yeah.
So we're just gonna plop out like 12 healthy sized portions.
We want as much filling in these cookies as possible.
Absolutely, especially when it's Nutella.
Yeah.
Fabulous. Woo. So there are our 12 fillings, and if they look like they're melting now, don't worry, we're going to whack these in the freezer and they're going to stay in there till we need them. And I'm going to grab out the butter because we need this butter to be cold, and again it's kind of been melting in this crazy heat. So let's crack on with the cookie recipe. So we're going to start with our butter. We've got 190 grams here.
Yeah, so always cold butter for our New York cookies. Super important to keep that chunky, gooey texture in the cookies as well. Then we've got some sugar.
Yes, so we've got two types of sugar here. We've got the caster sugar and the light brown sugar, and we love to use the two different types because they do different things, all right? So the caster sugar is a white sugar, it's pretty standard sugar, and it just kind of sweetens everything.
Yeah.
And then this is the light brown sugar, and it's kind of a bit sticky, a bit molassesy. Is that a word?
Yeah, molassesy, yeah.
It's a word now. And it's got a really lovely caramelly flavour, and it helps with the texture being really gooey and sticky too.
Yes.
So that is why we use the two, so they're both going in, and we've got 135 grams of both.
And then we're just going to pop the mixer on to a low speed and just get it going until it forms kind of clumps with the butter and sugar. This is ready. It's formed nice nuggety chunks of butter and sugar that you can see right here.
So some of them are like quite big and some bits are quite little. That's totally how it needs to be, all right? So don't try and get it all kind of regular.
No.
Who wants regular?
We want
like
irregular.
Irregular. So next time it's time to add the additions as usual. So chocolate chips, because every cookie needs a chocolate chip. How many times do I have to tell you?
Except, we proved that.
Whoa, I got it wrong. So we're going to go for a mixture of dark chocolate and milk chocolate, just to mix things up a little bit, but by all means just go with one. We've got 150 grams of each, and they're going to go right on into our mix, along with some hazelnuts, because, I mean, need I explain what Nutella is? But it's,
go on, just for the people that don't know.
Chocolate spread.
Yeah.
It's absolutely delicious, and I'm sure everybody probably just eats it with a spoon.
Put it on anything, toast, donuts, in cookies.
Just your finger.
Just, yeah.
That's what I do.
Yeah.
So we've got some roasted chopped hazelnuts here, and we've got 40 grams of these. You can buy them chopped up like this, or if not, just grab some hazelnuts and chop them up by hand, as long as they're roasted, because roasting them really brings out so much more flavour. So you can do that yourself if you want as well. And we've got 40 grams of those, and they're going to go into the mixer. And they're also going to add a nice little crunch to our cookies as well.
Yeah. So same as the butter and sugar, just going to keep it on a low speed just to mix them through. stop the mixer, and then we'll add our next ingredients.
Yes, so it's time for the dry ingredients, and we're going to start with some plain flour, which we've got 355 grams of, and we're going to mix all the dry ingredients in together so that we don't have to have the mixer going for too long, so that we don't end up kind of getting the butter too hot and creaming it. So we're going to add 60 grams of cocoa powder. Now this is just regular cocoa powder. It's not like got any of the black cocoa powder that we sometimes use, just because it's not really a black cocoa kind of guy, Nutella.
No, it's more of like a milky kind of creamy dark chocolate. Yeah.
So we're just going to whisk those together, and we're going to chuck in some raising agent. So we've got a teaspoon, and a half of baking powder. That just like flew in my
Tell
face
where the
from
fans are.
Funny. And 1 teaspoon of salt as well. Salt is super important.
Very important.
Brings out all the flavours.
Yeah, and sometimes we use self-raising flour and plain flour, but these we're just going for plain flour. They're going to be nice and chunky.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
Right, so that's all done. I'll pass that to you, and you can chuck it on in.
Cool.
Lovely.
And just get the mixer on a slow speed. So after the butter, it's all about just mixing it really slowly till it comes to a breadcrumb consistency. I realised that I said breadcrumby consistency, but that didn't really make sense because it's not kind of regular and fine. It's almost like a rubble with little bits of rocks in, which the rocks are butter and chocolate.
Rubble, I really like it.
Tasty rubble.
Tasty, delicious rubble.
Yes.
So let's bind that rubble together. And we're going to do that with 2 eggs. These are white eggs, but they are just normal eggs. I'm not really sure why some chickens lay.
Yeah, I don't know. We have some
eggs.
blue eggs here as well today.
I was really nervous about that crack because I haven't done it since you done it, and I've just gone and got some shell in there.
Oh, I've set the standard now, and you've just
know.
lowered the bar.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying. Right, so we're just going to whip up these eggs just to break them up, and then we're going to add it to the mixer to bind our cookies together. It looks good.
Yeah?
It smells good.
It smells really chocolatey and hazelnut, my favourite combination.
This looks like the kind of dough I'd like to just eat.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Oh, you could make a Nutella cookie dough. You know I do that cookie dough recipe.
Oh, yeah, you could. That is a good idea.
Or you could do a Nutella cookie dough brownie.
We'll save that for another video.
Okay.
So,
oh, look at that.
Nice. So it's not as dry as the rubble before we added the eggs. But this is more, it's more like kind of wet soil almost that you want to compress together.
Dane's going all green fingered.
Gardening things here.
Right, let's get these out. So we're going to need these. If they are kind of soft as you're working, you can kind of leave them in the freezer or put them back in the freezer, but we're going to make do. We're going to do this.
Yes.
So it is time to roll our cookie dough balls. And we're going to do them
125 grams, because bigger the better.
They're bigger. Ooh, 250 grams?
No, that would be huge.
They're the biggest cookie. Oh, challenge. It's a challenge.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to, first of all, weigh so that they're all the same size.
Yeah.
Because we're professionals, remember, people.
Consistency is key.
Definitely. And then once you've weighed it, you kind of want to bring it into a bit of a ball shape, but then we want to squish our thumb or finger to make a bit of a divot. And then this is going to be so messy, but who cares? We're going to pick up the Nutella, squish it in, and then you just want to pull the cookie dough around it. And then you're going to do a few, I think Dane calls it a clunk, clunk, clunk.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a round ball, but it's not round. Like, we don't want to make these all smooth and perfect because we want them to be all chunky and kind of, you can tear them apart when they come out the oven.
Yeah.
So once you've done it, they're going to go into a Tupperware or onto something that you can wrap in cling film because these need to freeze. So now, I mean, hopefully you've watched loads of our other cookie videos before and you know about these, but in case this is your first one, then hello, welcome to our channel. We have heaps of recipes for New York style cookies, and there's a playlist in the description box below.
Yes.
And make sure you subscribe too, just around here, there's a little button, give it a click and become part of our family. So we need to freeze these so that when they bake, they stay real kind of chunky, but they're really gooey on the inside. So ideally overnight.
Yeah, but minimum like 2 hours and you should be good to go.
Yeah, so we have got some, don't worry, we're not going to make you wait 2 hours.
No.
We'll come back tomorrow. We're not that kind of TV show. So we've actually got some that we made earlier, and they're really, really firm. They're super, super solid, and they are good to bake. So they're going to go into the oven. It is preheated to 180 degrees C, which is really hot. We've got a baking tray in there, which is also really hot, so that the bottom of our cookies get crispy as well. And we're going to put them in for about 16 minutes.
They're cooled. They're ready.
I've
ready,
already
steady
picked
to
my
go.
one.
Oh,
yeah.
jeez.
I want
this
this
looks
one.
like a good one.
I'm so excited.
Okay, ready for the
Okay.
break.
Oh, this is gonna be mega.
I see it already.
I know. Ready? Go. Ah! Oh my gosh, I love it.
Oh my god.
I'm just gonna eat it.
Go for it. Wow. Chocolate everywhere.
That was so good.
Nutella is like the best thing ever. Especially when these are fresh. I don't know what this looks like. I don't even care.
You look fine. You honestly look fine.
Okay.
It's all good.
Because when you eat these, you're going to be the same. You're going to be speechless.
Like he is right now. I can't talk. But this is so good. This is so easy. Obviously it will set a little bit more, but this actually stays pretty loose, doesn't it? Like this Nutella does.
Especially if you make them now when it's quite hot. When you've made them sitting on the countertop for at least like an hour or two after.
But
be quite
also,
gooey.
if you've baked them and they've kind of cooled down and you've saved them maybe till the next day or whatever, you can put these back in the oven. So put your oven onto like something like 150, 160 maybe, and just pop them in there for like 5 minutes just to warm up, because they are so much better to eat when they're a little bit warm and then really gooey inside.
They are, yeah.
Oh, I love it. And the cookie as
So
well.
nice.
Like we haven't got the black cocoa in there like we normally do, so it's really kind of like a light chocolatey kind of taste. Like it's not super.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it's pouring
It's
out.
running everywhere. But you've got those chopped hazelnuts in there as well, which give a nice bite to it. And because we roasted them, the flavour comes out of it a lot more as well.
Yeah, like the nuttiness is nuttiness.
Nuttiness.
The nuttiness isn't just from the Nutella. Like the cookie's putting it all through as well.
Yeah.
It's so good. I don't want to eat another bit because I'm just gonna get
I
covered.
think I've still got some
No, you
chocolate in my
haven't.
mouth. So.
Yeah, you look good. Wow, wow, wow. So, oh my gosh, look at that. Can I lick my finger? Okay. Oh, I love it.
So much to explain.
Yes, so if you want to make these, then obviously you've just got the recipe. We just gave it to you, but of course,
we've always got a kit ready for you.
yeah, so in here, like we said, like always, everything, like the little pot of Nutella here. We've got the chopped roasted hazelnuts, already roasted. The 2 types of chocolate, so you've got milk and dark, and this is Calibo chocolate. This is the chocolate that we use here at Crumbs and Doilies, and we've used it forever.
Really good quality. Everyone always asks what chocolate you use, and that's the one.
Absolutely. Yeah. The sugars, the flours, everything you need. And also over on CupcakeJemma.com and crumbsanddoilies.co.uk, we've got this along with all the other kits that we do as well.
Yeah, we do like the birthday cookie kit. We do
the red velvet cookies,
red velvet, chocolate chip,
the bueno,
double chocolate.
Yeah, so if you want to grab yourself one of those, then, you know, super great for you and super great for us, because it keeps Crumbs and Doilies going through this continually
wacky times.
Wacky weirdo time that we're still going through. So thank you so much to everyone
you
for supporting and to watching this video as well.
Yes.
It is now up here with the rest of our New York cookie catalogue, which is actually like so extensive.
It's growing a lot, yeah. Remember, when did we do the first one? I can't, it's like
it was
October,
probably
November.
Like a year and a half ago maybe.
Yeah, with the chocolate and walnut. So go and check that one out in the playlist. And don't forget, if you make them, make sure you post a pic on the gram, hashtag CupcakeJemma and @CupcakeJemma and Crumbs and Doilies.
That's Instagram.
Instagram. The gram.
The gram. So the cool kids say.
Yeah.
I was like, what's he on about? Yeah, because we love to see it, and we can share your pictures as well.
Yes.
So do come back next week because we've got a wicked cupcake recipe for you guys.
We'll be back.
Oh yeah, we'll be back together. What's it going to be?
Blueberry cheesecake.
Everybody's favourite.
Yeah, it's been in the shop a little bit before, and we'll have it in the shop the week of too.
Yeah,
when it comes out.
definitely. So do come on over to Crumbs and Doilies in Soho. It's awesome to meet you guys in real life. I know it's kind of school holidays now in the UK.
Yeah.
So if you're coming into London, then make sure you come in and say hi to us. We're normally scurried away upstairs, so...
But not yesterday. We were working downstairs, and it was people coming in, and it was like the troublesome twosome working downstairs.
Yeah, because we literally had no idea what we were doing.
We did.
We definitely did.
did.
It was okay. We didn't break anything.
No.
And it's just so fun to meet you guys. So keep on coming, and we'll see you next week.
Yeah.
Looking forward to it.
Gonna eat more of this now.
It's gonna be so messy, and I don't actually care.
No, me either. Oh, caught in the act.